understand life. I know what's important. I know my purpose. I know where I'm going. It might look like I have everything under control. I'm grateful for the things that I have. I have this all the time. Oh. Okay, thanks. Yeah, hopefully I should be good for now. All my ducks in a row. Or mostly. But the thing about life is that it's not always what it seems. Even though it might look all calm on top of the water, underneath I'm paddling like crazy. My ducks might not be in a row, but at least they're in the same pond. We have so many things to look forward to in life. When we talk about the American dream, even though we're in Canada, we're referring to an ideal set of ideals, where we are looking at that idea of freedom being able to bring prosperity and success. You might picture that white picket fence, the cute little family all lined up, but then what happens is we let comparison and unrealistic expectations blow it out of the water into something completely huge. We then go into the craziness of life, where we are striving to attain and achieve, and everything goes out of whack. We start to panic because there are so many options in front of us. I'd like to focus on a couple this morning. Let's just even look at health and wealth and see where those take us. So if you haven't been around a lot lately, you might not have noticed that there's a lot of options when it comes to how to eat, what to eat. Do we do low carb versus low fat? I mean, I just can't decide. There are so many conflicting and contradictory things. I love the idea of being able to eat a low carb, gluten-free diet, which is a bowl of bacon. And people are doing this thinking that they're being healthy and making wise choices. One of my favorite ones is, if you want to have a low carb, gluten-free, organic, all of these things hit the list, you're basically looking at eating either air or a bunch of ice cubes. Okay? It's so difficult to know what we should be eating and consuming. And then, of course, there are the high and false expectations about fitness programs, going to the gym, because social media shows us these transformations, but doesn't give us the proper expectations of putting the time and the effort into it. Now let's talk about wealth. Again, wealth. What kind of expectations do we have? Do we set really low expectations so all the good things in life are free? Okay. We need to be really careful about what's offered out there. Okay. You don't want to take everything that's promised, because goodness knows I wouldn't want to see a surgeon where no experience necessary, and bring your own tools. Okay? I really like the opportunities that make people think. I thought all the engineers in the room would appreciate that one. But you have to be careful that you're also not going for jobs where you're completely underqualified for it and focusing on the wrong things. Okay? This is my absolute favorite. When I was doing research on the internet for this, this is one of those resume fails. Here's somebody who is completely honest. He is the marijuana and nefarious dude. Okay, I love that he talks about an intuitive understanding of supply and demand, that he was doing delivery service with really good customer satisfaction. And you can't really see it, but on the bottom he has the fine print. I'm honest and trustworthy, experienced with people. I have my Red Cross training. I might save your life one day. Okay? And we're not even going to get into the topic of relationships, because, again, expectations. You want someone who's sweet and quiet and that you can bite their head off if they grieve you. Okay? Sometimes in life, we don't really understand what the point is, right? What the question is. We miss it. Okay, we go for the obvious, easy answer. Okay, it's not your mother-in-law who's the problem. Let's name it for what it really like Charlie or Sam or Bob. Okay? We have to be able to ask those questions and get the answers, but sometimes we just don't understand. And you know what? We just try to go along with it and hope that we might get a little sympathy bonus point or something. Okay? I love when creativity comes up, when we have to use those other areas in order to answer those questions that we really need to take the time to ponder. I think that we need to answer with honesty, even if it doesn't take us where everybody else is going. Okay? We need to take the time to look at the questions that we have. And I think it's so important that we realize that we don't want to miss the point in life. We want to grapple with the questions that we have. We need to know what's important, that people over materials are important, honesty over high expectations. So I encourage you to ponder those questions. Use your creativity and imagination. Be honest with yourself and go hit that target.